Well, I'm Harry Theoharis, Member of Parliament in Greece, and currently candidate for the role of SG in UN Tourism.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here at day one of the Future Hospitality Summit in Riyadh.
The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
The campaign is in full swing.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about the mandate.
Well, the mandate is for 4 years. UN Tourism is the most important organization in terms of coordinating the policy decisions and the responses of the member states, of the governments throughout the world. We have 160 members. I think the role that we have to play in the years ahead is more and more important because we have many, many challenges ahead of us. Sustainability challenges, education workforce challenges, and also the digital disruption that's happening right before our eyes are issues that we have to work together in if we are to overcome them.
And your big message is transform to reform. Tell us more about that.
Well, the motto is reform to transform, unite to grow. So it has two parts. The first part is to actually reform the organization to make it much more agile, much more digital savvy, much more results oriented, to ensure that it creates value for the member states in order to play the significant role that we must play as regards to our mission to ensure that the touristic community transforms to rise up to the challenges that we mentioned before. And at the same time, we need to unite. We need to unite as countries, we need to unite as regions, we need to unite between this multilateral organization and the other multilateral organizations, like the development banks, etc., and we need to unite the private sector with the public sector, something that we haven't seen a lot happening. There's a lot of fragmentation, unfortunately, currently.
And what is it about your candidacy that you think really is going to deliver on that?
Well, first of all, my track record. I have a very multifaceted experience. I'm a software engineer by training, studied at Imperial College, worked in the software sector for 20 years. I'm for 10 years in the Ministry of Finance of Greece, so I know the finance world, and I was Minister of Tourism in the most difficult time in Greece during COVID, so I know the tourism side. At the same time, I'm an active politician, so I know that this is a political organization. It requires political savviness and will in order to effect change. So I think basically I'm the reform candidate. I'm the candidate that's not willing to let things stand as they are. I want to, rock the boat and move away from stagnation.
And one of the executive committee or the council is watching this interview. What are your kind of words to them to convince them to give you their vote?
Well, I'm the only candidate with very specific recommendations. My three dimensions of my mission are very clear. Transparency, because transparency fosters trust between partners and the member states and the organization. We need to rebuild the trust, which has been lost in the last few years. Unity, because with unity comes strength. We need to unite together in order to lift ourselves up from the difficult period, very fragile geostrategically period that we live in, and growth, because growth begets prosperity. And we're ultimately doing it so that our people, our communities, our constituents see this prosperity for them and for their children.
Harry, thank you for your time today.
Thank you indeed.